According to this, I'm delusional. I swear, I feel like I'm not even asking for too much. My delusion score is 5 out of 5, and you don't belong on this planet. I don't belong on this planet when it comes to dating.
Check, mate, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the number of perfection. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ Def back again with another reaction. So, guys, we have another interesting topic for us to discuss today. Shout out to Instagram and shout out to my followers that sent me this particular video. I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys are not following your boy already on Instagram, please look no further. Go down in the link and follow your boy and come right on back over here so we can finish this reaction. Other than that, I have my sister. Tell him your name. Tell him your Instagram.
My name is Andrea. You can follow me on Instagram at DREAUXX. Don't have a Snapchat, but I have an upcoming YouTube channel for you guys soon.
So, there you have it.
With me. I'm done.
All right, so there you have it. That's my youngest sister, and that's her Instagram. I put down the link of her YouTube in the bio as well when she get that started also. Other than that, we about to hop into it with Julissa. Guys, if you do not know who Julissa is, she used to work at 106 The Park back in the day. My sister don't really know too much about her, but I do. I'm pretty sure you guys know that show as well. So apparently she's talking about her current life and where she has been thus far, because she hasn't really been in the limelight for a minute now. So she's talking about why is she still single. So without further ado, let's take some action.
According to this, I'm delusional. I swear, I feel like I'm not even asking for too much. My delusion score is 5 out of 5, and you don't belong on this planet. I don't belong on this planet when it comes to dating.
Well,
anyway, guys, we'll get back to that in a second. But for now, it's me, Julissa.
It's me.
Welcome back to my channel. Because of the limited furniture that I have in my current house, I decided to bring you guys into my bedroom today. Also because we're talking about dating. Can you guys cue some real dramatic music, please? Oh, that works. Yeah, you're probably thinking, she's still single? Or like everyone likes to comment on my social media, why are you single? Like, damn, babe, there must be something wrong with you. Why you ain't married? All these comments, trust me, I read them, I see them. When my friends come over and they're like, really? So you have more face masks in your fridge and wine than you actually have food? I feel like, okay, so that is a way of telling me I'm so single. I do like being so single at times. I love laying on this bed, literally like, any way I want. But then there's other times where I don't want to lay in the bed all by myself. I want to share my life with somebody. Doing a show like this, I feel like I have to be as transparent and as authentic as possible. I'm thinking that that's why I even wanted to do this in the first place. It's truly why I did. It's the first time that I'm not mic'd up with, I mean, I am mic'd up, but I'm not reading a prompter. I'm not saying other people's words. These are actually the words that are coming out of my mouth. I feel like I've been very much putting myself out there by way of advice of my friends. They said, Julie, you just gotta put yourself out there. And I thought, yeah, I'm ready to do that. And then a pandemic happens. So I was trying to figure out, how am I even supposed to date during a pandemic? I ended up actually fast forwarding to having a quarantine boo. I will never share who that person is, so I'm just letting you guys know from now. I'm keeping it real. In my heart of heart, I don't ever want to put out there who I'm actually dating, literally until I'm married. I don't know, I've always been really, really protective about who I want to put on my Instagram when it came to my dating and love life. I've never posted anybody on my social media, and I've been very intentional about that. I've always said to myself, I literally don't want to post my man unless I know for sure I got that ball and chain on him. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Until I know for sure that I am absolutely married. I basically thought if I go about it too prematurely, you just never know what's going to happen. I grew up in a very traditional.
Okay, guys. All right. So, a couple of things that she mentioned going all the way, way back, where she mentioned about, there are times where she wants to be in a relationship, and then there's time that she don't want to be in a relationship. And I think oftentimes this happens more times than not for women that have a career or that is career minded. Now, she's out there. She want to make a lot of money, but at the same time, you have to understand that you got to have a balance within relationship and business. You have to have a balance. And a lot of times these boss chicks don't understand how to have that balance. You can't just drive all of your energy into one business and not give all of your energy as well into the relationship. And oftentimes what I have at least seen is that these very women that work so hard for their career, they're usually not working as hard to keep that relationship and maintain that relationship. So they're getting it, but they're not keeping it because they haven't made themselves wife material. And a lot of times also is that they're so controlling within a relationship. They're too busy trying to be the boss or get the last word in every conversation. And that can be very annoying for a man or for anybody of that matter, honestly. So you have to understand that if you're going to get in a relationship, whatever you do in your business, if you operate a business or whatever it is that you do, that's cool. Be the boss chick there. But then when you come home, you have to be the feminine woman. You have to learn how to be submissive and listen to your man. Stop being so combative. And I feel like a lot of times women do that, especially the boss chicks. Now, however, I do 100% agree with her when she say that she's trying to keep her private life private. She don't want to just throw any dude out there. That makes full and complete sense. It absolutely does. And I'll tell you why. Because you don't want to be known as, let's say, Lori Harvey going out there getting with this dude, getting with that dude. Lori Harvey got with Future. Future was already known to have like 6 baby mamas, and you still dated the dude. You still dated the dude. So
Crazy.
she don't want to be known like that. So she want to take her time and actually vet correctly and figure out what kind of man she's looking for. And then when she finds that right type of man, then she'll go out there. But any thoughts before we continue?
Not right now.
All right.
Household. When I say that, meaning like my parents have literally been together forever. Like literally forever. Since the beginning of time, I think they've been together. 40-something plus years. And I've always seen that as an example. It always gave me like the ride or die. Like I have to be in a long-term relationship like that. Like once you get married, that's it. You're one and done. And the last thing I ever wanted was to have to take down 1,000,001 photos or, bring you guys along on a ride that then ended. I don't even know actually why I've gotten to this age. I mean, I know I've definitely chosen career over past loves that would have required me to like get up and move. And like I've had loves in the past where they literally were long distance and said, we can do this, just move overseas with me. Like one of the biggest loves of my life was in Europe and overseas in London. And I wasn't ready. And when I tell you guys that I literally have chosen work over relationships at times, that's a real thing. And one of my biggest fears when it came to love and relationships is choosing the love over the work, and then it not works out in the love department. Is that gonna set me back? That's hard for successful men too, to deal with a woman that also has a full-on busy schedule. Because I've also gotten comments like, oh, would you ever date a regular guy? I mean, I don't even know if a regular guy would even understand my career, and like when I have to go to events, people are gonna want your attention. So I've always feared, like, if I do date a quote-unquote guy that, you know, is regular, doesn't understand what it's like to be in the business, if I bring him to events, or if I bring him to red carpets, or if I'm, you know, gone shooting something for whatever amount of months, like, is he gonna understand that? All
right, so that's a lot. That's a lot that she just said within that portion. So I'm gonna try to break down all the topics. Let's just get on the most recent, where she's talking about the question, would you date a regular guy? Now, if you are successful, highly successful as a woman, and then you have a regular guy. Now, here's the thing. She's not shaming a regular guy. It kind of seems that she's open to the possibility of dating a regular guy. Because oftentimes we see on YouTube, a lot of times with these women, bash the regular guy. So if I'm making 6 figures, I'm making $1 million, that regular guy is not even in my thoughts, type of thing. So the fact that she is at least even then considering him, that's cool. That is absolutely cool. However, it's all about the intentions. That's really what it comes down to. It's all about the intentions. Does he know where your intentions lie? If he know that you are about this relationship, and with him, you ain't gonna step outside the relationship, which it doesn't seem like she is any bit of a modern woman necessarily. Although I believe she has this battle between flesh and blood type of thing. She has this conflict that she's battling with, because she's typically being like the modern woman, which is going out there and seeking these huge careers and making millions of dollars, which there is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But now you're sacrificing love, because you know you want kids, you know you want a family, but because of you being so afraid and fear, that's the biggest thing. It's just fear is keeping you back from actually having the true family that you want. So by the time you hit 40, you hit the wall, you can't have no more kids. Now you don't know what to do. You might have to freeze your eggs at this point in hopes that you do meet someone and then able to have a child, or maybe have to just adopt one. But that is a real problem. You know, it's business and work along with versus family. It's a big question. And a lot of times women have a biological clock, men have a financial clock. So if you understand that you have a biological clock, it's best to get the best days out of you and actually take advantage of you growing and evolving into a woman, into womanhood, and eventually learning what it means to be a mother, what it means to be a wife. And then everything will seek out on its own after time, you know. But any comments to that? What she might have said, or
she just needs to be like more organized with her work and relationship, like status and everything. And that's all I really think of it. Like,
you think she be
more organized with like putting her work and relationship in a certain place and knowing. Like,
so you think she's not direct with what she really wants?
Yeah, that. She's not direct.
I mean, women tend to be indirect in ways, you know, so, I mean, I don't know. But let's see what else she got to say.
I'll admit that my career has been #1 priority in my life over everything else. If you've ever felt that maybe you've put your career as a priority in front of other things in your life, can you have the career? Can you have the love of your life, the family, like all of those things? I don't know if women do it way more versus men. You know, I always wonder, like, do men get to have it all? They can have the career and like there will be women that will settle down. Do we just always have to sacrifice so much all the time? I want to know, comment below if you guys have ever felt very much like how I'm feeling right now. I'm in my late 30s and I don't really know what the love relationship cards have for me and how they're gonna unfold. I'm not here to tell you like this is the only way to live your life because it's worked out this way for me, because I honestly don't know. And I'm just trying to figure it out along the way, and I want to see if you guys have any advice that we can bounce off of each other, which is why I'm like, comment below. I just want to know if it's something that you can relate to, because I have conversations with my friends that are all very goal driven, and I do have some friends that keep it very honest with me, and I'm like, girl, it's hard trying to be a businesswoman, trying to be a wife, a mother, a great friend, like all of these things. And yes, as women, I think we're phenomenal multitaskers, but sometimes it becomes overwhelming. Okay, so
I think that it is becoming overwhelming for the women is because they're starting to get a taste of what men has to go through on a daily basis just to make sure that the house is taken care of and that he's protecting, professing, and providing for his woman. This entire world has been built on the backs of man. This entire world, every skyscraper that you may live in, every apartment, every home, every railroad, every bricklayer, every goods that's shipped by sea, every sewer, the gas that you get to put in your car, all of those hard labor jobs are done by men. And until the start, I'd probably say about the 1920s or so, is when women start to have this modern liberation of feminists, which just doesn't understand how it truly came about, but they felt that they can do what a man can do, if not better. And now, at this point in societies, at this very present time, as I record this video, there are many women that feel that they are more superior than a man, because they feel like they can do everything that a man can do, plus they can have a child. And they're finding out the hard way that it ain't as easy as you might think. So, what would you rather have? This huge career and do all these things? Or would you just pursue a normal career but still be able to balance work and life and having a family? Because she said it herself, she has a traditional household upbringing. Her parents has been together since the beginning of time for 40 years plus. So again, like I said earlier, she has this battle in between this flesh and blood type of thing where she knows the traditional way and understand that the traditional way is the way to go. We know without a doubt the traditional relationship works. But the modern relationship, what we have come to find out, it's not working for us. And women are more unhappy than ever before because they're trying to do what a man can do. They're basically trying to be a man. And then a lot of our men are being feminine. And it's just completely reversed. So she really needs to sit down and actually figure out what it is that she wants for her soul. You should have it figured out by the time you're 38. In your high 30s, you should already have it figured out by that time. You shouldn't need nobody commenting below, letting you know, hey, I think you should do this, I think you should do that. Come on now, Julissa. You have it figured out with your career. Why don't you have it figured out with your family? You have to really sit down and look at yourself in the mirror. And most people, I'm not just talking about women, I'm talking about people in life in general. Most people don't like looking at themselves in the mirror and calling out their own shit and what they need to grow on. So if you looking for the easy way out, this ain't the channel to click on. Because we call our shit for what it is, and we held each other accountable. Other than that, any comment from you?
No.
All right, well, let's see. Let's go a little bit further in this video.
One of the questions that I get asked the most is, what am I looking for in a man? For me personally, you have to be nice. Like, I can't be with a like, at the end of the day, like, my biggest pet peeve is literally going out on a date and just seeing, I'm like mad observant when I'm on a date. Like, I just want to see how they're gonna treat the person that's waiting on us, the hostess. I try to be as considerate as possible. I don't know if that's just the Libra in me. I really try my hardest to be considerate of other people. The person that I really see myself with, I want them to be nice. Like, when someone else describes them, they're like, that's a good person right there.
Okay, so why you keep nodding your head?
Same thing.
Why?
Why what?
What you keep nodding your head? Yes, and this.
I
and
agree
that.
with her.
Yes.
You gotta be nice. You can't. I don't want you. I'm not gonna say can't, but I don't want. You need to come off as respectful to people and not always just negative. So when people describe you, I won't be like, oh, that negative person or that bad person.
Okay.
Because that could also like bring you down if you know you have a negative person.
Okay.
And that you're in a relationship with.
So that's why you think that he should be nice.
Yeah.
All right. So
In my
guys,
opinion.
I say no because stop
No to what?
being nice. Stop being nice. And let me tell you why. Stop being nice. Because these women, they say they want these nice guys, but they never do. In reality, they want the toxic dudes. They want the dudes that's really in their masculinity. That's going to tell you what it is.
By nice, I think she's saying respectful.
Exactly. That's the key word right there.
I think that's what she meant.
Be respectful. That's what I believe that she was really trying to say. Not being nice. Because if you say, God forbid, you say, I'm a nice guy. She's leaving. Going for the wins. I'm telling you.
Because she don't think you friendly.
Exactly. She thinks that you too much of a nice guy because you just told her you a nice guy. Now she's already bored in a relationship. She already know you go bring the flowers, the chocolate, the whatever else. You go open up all the doors, pull out the chairs, which there is nothing wrong with, by the way. But when you're doing it a bit too much, and now it seems that you're clingy, she's out. So it's a way of being respectful, but letting her know I am not to be walked over. Because a nice guy would be walked over. Right?
Right.
So just be respectful. Still stand firm in your masculinity. Let her know that you are a man and you move on according. That's what I mean by not being nice. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know where you was going at first.
Don't be nice.
Respectful.
Be respectful. But let's continue.
To be successful, I'm not gonna lie. I want you to at least meet me. Like, when someone else describes them, they're like, that's a good person right there. I want them to be successful. I'm not gonna lie. I want you to at least meet me where I'm at, because I've got goals, I've got dreams, I've got aspirations. It's literally what I was just telling you, why I'm still dating and trying to figure it out, because I've always put my goals and my careers in front of everything else. So I need to be with a man that's gonna be ambitious, period. Can we talk about men with kids? This is not a deal breaker for me. I can be delusional in a lot of things. I know my friends tell me all the time, like, Julie, come on, manage your expectations. When I hear that, I really be wondering, like, do I have to manage my expectations when it comes to dating and my love life, though? Like,
yes, absolutely.
Do I really? According to this website, the delusional website, I'm like 5 out of 5 delusional. I had a friend.
Okay, guys, before she hop onto this delusional website, .com, whatever that may be, yes, you should definitely manage it. A lot of times, women coming up with these long lists, receipts of things that they want in a man, over 50 to 100 of these things. But the real question is, are you even at least half of those things? Because if you're not, why do you even have it on a list? You want this man to be the perfect man, but you're not even the perfect woman. So yes, absolutely, you need to manage your priority, figure out what your values are, and figure if his align with yours. And that you guys can become equally yoked and become one. Stop coming with these unrealistic expectations for men that don't exist in this world. Manage them a little better. Because it wouldn't be cool if we had a long list of things that we would want in a woman, right? You feel me?
Yeah.
So at least give us the courtesy for the same. That's all we sin as men. You feel me? Anything? All right, let's keep on going. Let's see what she got to say with this delusional.com thing.
Tell me that I absolutely need to go on this website. And I said, okay, well, what is it? So it's called the Female Delusional Calculator. So you basically answer 3 questions about, it's 5 questions about what my ideal man would potentially be like, look like, breakdown like. Then they give you the probability, and it says, according to statistical data, the probability a guy of the U.S. male population ages 34 to 40 meets your standards is 0.017%.
He doesn't exist.
Delusion score is 5 out of 5. You don't belong on this planet. Whatever. I get it. I can be pretty delusional in certain things. I'm older, I'm in my late 30s now, and I understand that there's men that are gonna have kids, and I am not opposed to dating a man, marrying a man with kids. I understand that at this age, for me to find a man, or for a man to find me, I should say, without kids, the likelihood is gonna be very slim. I've literally have gone on a date. This is by the way.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna just leave it there. Please go down in the comment section below and go to show some love to Julie. Apparently that's what they all call her, aka Julissa. And watch the rest of this video to see what else she has to say, because it seemed like she's about to talk about a man that she was just dating or whatever. However, again, you just saw it. She had a 0.017% or something.
Something like that.
It's like, I'm like, what in the world? You know you delusional.
She
now,
probably try to make that man perfect. She want perfect.
buildaman.com. That's what it is. Buildaman.com. I guess what it is.
Ain't nothing perfect.
He doesn't exist at all. He doesn't exist. Like, life is all about compromising. When you're dating, you're going to have to compromise. And I feel like oftentimes women feel as though if they're compromising, they're settling. And those are 2 different things. Compromising is one thing. Settling is something completely different. And so if you're dating a guy, as a prime example, let's just say you're making $100,000 a year, 6 figures, but he's making $50,000 a year, or let's say 60 or 70. He's making less than you. And because he might have all the qualities that you're looking for in a man, but because he's not making the same amount of income as you, if not more, you scoot him on to the side. Are you really going to do that? You have to understand, women have an age gap between 18 to 35 at its finest, maybe 40. Not everybody is built or have the money and resources like a Janet Jackson, where she can have a child at 50 years old. Best believe she probably had her eggs frozen. Believe me, she probably did. But again, she didn't have the money, or average women don't have the money and or resources to be able to do something like that. So more times than not, it's going to be within 18 and 35. That's your window. That's your window to find yourself, to find your man, and to find your family. Because after that, that's when you want to start wiggling with you testing the waters a little bit too much now. And if you do find a man by that time, God forbid you have a miscarriage or worse. So, any final thoughts you might have on that as well?
No.
That is your take. That is your reaction. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? Please comment down in the section below. Let us know what your thoughts are. I'm very much interested in what you have to say. Other than that, stay determined, be effective, and have the fortitude to go through anything, no matter what, if you put your mind to it and you take action. Because on this channel, we do not teach, believe, and receive. A lot of people can believe a lot of things. That doesn't mean they are deserving of those very things. You got to work for what it is that you want in life. You feel me? Work for it. Because at the end of the day, like I always say, a dream is just a thought without action. Until next time, peace.